early on. When are you joining the Celtic coaching staff?
That's a question I get asked very often, even back home when Ange was obviously got the job originally. At this moment in time, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. There's been no chat of that. I had little dialogue with the manager at the very beginning, wishing him the very best of luck and welcome to the family, more or less, and good luck with the roller coaster, because it's certainly going to be one, but enjoy it. Certainly a lot of highs and lows throughout it, and thankfully there's been a lot more highs for Ange Postecoglou since he came to the club. Not a lot of people knew about him. There's been a real media buzz and real attention back home from this. It's been great, actually. I mean, for me, it's fantastic, because I've been a part of Scottish football all my life. Scotland's probably, I call it home. So the attention that it's grabbed, it hasn't always been the case in terms of positive outlook and media perspective from Australian outlets. It's been seen as sort of a poor man's league in a sense. But we've had so much success in history of players coming through Scottish football and growing and become great players. So I found that a little bit disrespectful. Only now we're finding a lot more respect for the game even. So it swings roundabouts, because the respect for Ange wasn't really there on this side, but there really wasn't that respect for the game here on the other side. So we found that they've come together, and it's been great. And obviously the media attention, you get to do a lot of stuff on it back home as well. And Celtic now coming in November, which I'm delighted to be a part of as an ambassador for that game. So really looking forward to them coming there as well, Rob.
I think a lot of people here are probably now pretty embarrassed about what their immediate reaction was when Ange got the job, because everyone was wrapped up in the Eddie Howe chase, which had gone on forever, and then suddenly that was over. And who was this guy coming in?
Well, look, it's understandable to a degree. I think any foreigner from outside of a European or South American, if it's not a serious country that takes its football serious, they're sort of asking the question. I think you even have that, I've listened to Jesse Marsh, like I said, and you kind of get that impression that people, when he got the Leeds job, it's like, oh, he's American, and the Americans they had in the past weren't successful, one or two. The guy that was at Swansea, a bit of a jovial character. And I think that, the start was a little bit disrespectful, to Ange. And if we looked at his history, but my goodness, he backs himself. And I know him from previous. I worked with Ange, but it was a long time ago. You're talking 18 years ago.
Where was that?
In the national setup, under 20s.
Okay.
I had 2 campaigns with Ange. I was his captain in one of those campaigns. And look, he'd already had success before that. He had local success. He was, a winner at South Melbourne Hellas, on 2 or 3 occasions, in the NSL. Then he went on to the youth jobs with Australia, which I was a part of. I had 2 campaigns with him there. Like I said, I was his captain. We went into, I think it was in 2003, the World Youth Cup in UAE, and we had Brazil in our group. So Dani Alves, Adriano were playing. To name it, there was even a couple more top players. So the second group game, I scored in the first one, and he's pulled me in his room at the time and went, "Oh, look, you're not going to play." And then I was just like, "What? I'm not going to play? I'm your captain." It's just for the way we want to play. You don't suit what we need to do for this game, and if we want to win, this is the way I believe it, and that's the way we're going to go. That was it.
How did that go from you?
Oh, it wasn't. I wasn't happy, was I? But I give that story because it shows that even though I was his captain, he felt like I was his most experienced player because I'd been through 2 campaigns before that. He felt just for that game that he needed to make a call. He's never been afraid to make the big calls, and he backs himself every time. And I think we've seen that, and that's what brings him success because he's got his beliefs and he sticks by them constantly. And wherever he's gone, Rob, and that was the thing a lot of people didn't realise, that everywhere he's gone, he's had success. Mm-hmm. He's won everywhere. He's a serial winner, and he's proving that again.